Off we go from SoFi Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Niners much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake, Walker. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Walker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Taken in at the 22. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
Lance's pass complete to Brandon Ayuk. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Taking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Lance now on 1st down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this one is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over with his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Rams nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And working out of the gun here, Walker flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
That's good for L.A. Rams. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Walker.
That'll be caught by Cup. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Funk. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because
now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lance got a man. That's Siiigh.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Lance. It's Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Now it's Crowder. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Finding room at the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Walker from the gun on 3rd down. Quick slant here to Woods. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll roll him out right. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Walker. Flushed out right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Walker eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A nice little juke. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Walker's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Walker. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. I'm trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Walker. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they go play action. Here's Walker. Going up top for Kupp. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Walker.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Walker now.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Interception, he'll look to throw.
Unable to escape, and down he goes.
And Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Lance now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Schaefer. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, Siiigh, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my effort.
Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Rams 17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the give, this is Akers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now Walker.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Lance now to throw.
Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance, this is caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Niners 28, Rams 17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for an LA Rams. 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's got some space here. 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
144 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake. Walker
rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. Flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Lance going to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. To throw is Walker. Flushed out right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
57, come on. 56.
Here's Akers. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got Mason complete, and he goes out right around the 39.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in?
And it's incomplete. There is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference to call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Walker. He's got Higbee complete right side. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They'll go again here with Akers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 165 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
1st down, Walker. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game.
26.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
On play action, Lance sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Schaefer. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Jordan Fuller there to take him down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do.
2nd and 5.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance
out to his left.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possible.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Back to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 29-yard line.
Going right back to Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Akers. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. He will push his way down to about the 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And his kick is indeed good. And they have regained the lead. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But